Hey everybody, this is Ralph again from Sandfly Fine Wines, wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving coming up here in a few days. And I wanted to talk to you about a few things that might go with the great food that you're going to be eating, whether you made it or whether your grandma made it or your mom made it or your wife made it or you bought it someplace else. Doesn't matter. It's going to be good food, a good time to celebrate, and sometimes that's a good time to have wine to celebrate with it. So yeah, I just wanted to make a few suggestions of what we would probably have at our table that we think go real well with the foods, and I'll kind of describe these for you and see what you think. The first of these is from Leitz. It's a winery in Germany, and most German wines are known for their sweetness. Well, this wine has a light sweetness, very light sweetness, and I'll guarantee you quality you're going to find this wine is not the sweetness, but the intensity of flavor that comes with this wine. The Riesling has always been a good food wine, especially if there's pepper or any kind of spices in there. Goes real well with that, handles that well, but brings out the flavor of any kind of thing. Some people stay away from Riesling. They think they're not going to like it because of the sweetness. Trust me. The sweetness is not the main focus of this wine. It's the monumental intensity. I've never tasted a Riesling that was this strong in the flavors. Our second wine we're going to have here is the Sauvignon Blanc from a Sancerre. Now, we talked about Sancerre earlier. It's a nice, crisp, clean Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire River. It's universally known, been around for 1,000 years. Wonderful wines. This particular one sells well at the store. Sauvignon Blanc is a wine that goes real well with food, probably known as the best food wine with white wines because it handles all types, especially spicy foods, but also with any other kind of food. The third wine I've got here is a Chardonnay. Chardonnay's king of the white wines, we know that. And this style right here is a very rich type of Chardonnay. It's not crisp and clean the same way this Sauvignon Blanc would be, but it's very rich and buttery flavored, as people might call it. Now, what happens is with the malolactic fermentation, you change the malic acid to lactic acid, and it makes a very milky, rich Chardonnay. It goes great with food, dressing, any of the others might be the style you might be looking for, and a white wine for your table. The next wine we have is a Barbera from the Piedmont district in Italy. It's in the Northwest district up there, and the grape is Barbera from the area that makes the great Barolas and Barbarescas. This is a little more price worthy, and is a wonderful, rich wine. Has great flavors, many different flavors in it. Some won't be quite familiar because you don't know Barbera, but very similar to, say, a Pinot Noir or a Shiraz mixed together, and got flavors all through it. Probably our best-selling wine in the store and goes great with food. I'd always suggest that for any occasion. Now, your next wine is going to be the Cabernet Sauvignon. We're all familiar with Cabernet Sauvignons, but this particular one is made by the Camus family, most famous family in the California, Napa Valley especially, for making great wines. This is a generation or two down, but they are making wines that are affordable for the public, wonderful to drink, goes great with food. The last wine we want to look at here is Zinfandel. And the reason I like to do Zinfandel and think of Zinfandel is it does very well with spicy foods. A lot of time Thanksgiving is going to have spicy foods. Red's a little bit more cantankerous when it's trying to deal with spicy foods and can be kind of tough on the palate matching them up together. Zinfandel does a wonderful job. This particular one is a great one that we sell just a ton of because it's so rich and wonderful and goes well with those food. Tell you one quick story about Zinfandel if you want to listen to it. You're going to listen to it anyway. Back in the 80s, they came up with a wine called White Zinfandel. Oh my God, what a thought. Making a white Zinfandel. Some people think it's just crazy to drink it. The thing about White Zinfandel is it did two fantastic things for the wine industry. Number one, it taught all you people how to use a corkscrew, didn't it? That's probably one of your first wines you ever tried. And guess what? Because you tried a corkscrew, using a corkscrew, made life easier for you as you got into your life with wine. But the second most, and just as important, if not more important, it saved the Zinfandel grape because they didn't know what to do with it. They tried to make it a Cabernet Sauvignon. It was a horrible mistake. Only a few did well. But once it matured and they figured out what to do, they made these wonderful, rich wines that are hard to describe till you try it. It's worth trying for Thanksgiving, if that might be one of your choices too. Well, anyway, any of these 6 wines, or 2 of them, could make your Thanksgiving meal just shine, just make you smile, and tell a few lies later on and stuff. But it'd be a great addition to your Thanksgiving celebration. Well, that's it for Sandfly tonight. Thank you for dropping in beautiful downtown Sandfly here at Sandfly Fine Wines, and we hope to see you around Christmas and New Year's.